the pavement. Melody stared at it, at the Spanish girl with the huge blue eyes and the polka-dot dress. It moved her in some strange, unknowable way. It soothed her and reassured her, like it had always done, ever since she was a small girl.
"Can you look after it?" she croaked. "Make sure it doesn't get stolen."
Her parents glanced at each other, clearly reassured by her preoccupation with a shoddy junk shop painting. "We'll have to take her into hospital," said a man. "Get her checked over, just to be on the safe side." Her mother nodded. "I'll stay here," said her father. "Keep an eye on things." All three of them turned then, as one, to acknowledge the shocking sight of their home disintegrating in front of their very eyes, to ash and rubble.
"That's my house,"
said Melody. Her parents nodded.
"And you're my mum and dad."
They nodded again and pulled her towards them into an embrace. Melody felt safe there, inside her parents' arms. She remembered a few moments ago lying in her bed, a pair of strong arms pulling her, carrying her through the roasting house towards the fresh air. And that was all she could remember. Her father saving her life, the moon staring down at her, the Spanish girl in the painting telling her that everything was going to be all right. She lay down on the crisp white sheets of the emergency bed and watched as the doors were pulled shut. The noise, the lights, the crackle of destruction all faded away, and the ambulance took her to hospital. Chapter 1. When she was 9 years and 3 days old, Melody Browne's house burned down, taking every toy, every photograph, every item of clothing and old Christmas card with it. But not only did the fire destroy all her possessions, it took with it her internal memories too. Melody Browne could remember almost nothing before her 9th birthday. Melody's early childhood was a mystery to her. She had only 2 memories of it, both as vague and as fleeting as a flurry of snow. The first was of standing on the back of a sofa and craning her head to see out of a tall window. The second memory was of a perfumed bed in a dimly lit room, a puff of cream marabou, and a tiny baby in a crib. There was no context to these memories, just 2 isolated moments of time, hanging pendulously and alone, side by side, in an empty, echoing room that should have housed 1,000 more moments just like them. But when she was 33 years old, and the past was just a dusty fragment of what her life had turned out to be, something unpredictable and extraordinary happened to her. On a warm July night, one of only a handful of warm nights that summer, Melody Browne's life turned in on itself, stopped being what it was, and became something else entirely. Melody Browne would have been home that night, the night everything started to change, if she hadn't decided, upon feeling a fat droplet of summer rain against her bare arm, to hop onto a number 14 bus after work one afternoon, instead of walking. She would also, most probably, have been at home that night if she hadn't chosen to put on a sleeveless vest top that morning, revealing her bare shoulders to the world. "You have the most amazing shoulders," said a man, slipping onto the seat next to her. "I've been staring at them since you got on." "Are you taking the piss?" was her poetic response. "No, seriously. I've got a bit of a thing about shoulders. And yours, they're incredible." She touched her shoulders self-consciously, and then threw him a suspicious look. "Are you a fetishist?" He laughed, full-throated, showing the 3 silver fillings in his back teeth. "Not that I know of," he said, "unless fancying women because they've got nice shoulders makes me one." She stared at him, agog. He fancied her. Nobody fancied her. Nobody had fancied her since 1999, and even then she wasn't sure if he had or if he'd just felt sorry for her. "Do I look like a pervert?" he asked.